Good day, beloved. Yesterday, we shed more light on Genesis 1 verse 2. Today, we will dig deep into Genesis 1 verse 3. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Genesis 1 verse 3 records the very first command God spoke during creation. With his powerful word, God brought light into existence and began transforming the dark and empty earth. 1. And God said. This phrase reveals the power and authority of God's word. God did not need tools or materials. He simply spoke, and creation responded. 2. Let there be light. God commanded light to appear. Before this moment, darkness covered the earth. Light was the first thing God created to begin bringing order and life to creation. Light symbolizes God's presence, truth, holiness, guidance, hope. 3. And there was light. Immediately after God spoke, light appeared. There was no delay and no resistance. God's word was instantly fulfilled. This verse not only describes physical light but also points to the spiritual light that God brings into people's lives. Just as God brought light into a dark world, He brings hope into despair, truth into confusion, joy into sorrow, salvation through Christ. Lessons from Genesis 1 verse 3. 1. God's word has power. When God speaks, things happen. We can trust His promises. 2. God brings light into darkness. No matter how dark a situation may seem, God can bring hope and direction. 3. Obedience to God produces results. Creation responded immediately to God's command. We should also obey God's word. 4. God is the source of all light. Physical light and spiritual light both come from Him. 5. Faith comes from trusting God's word. If God could create light by speaking, He can also work miracles in our lives. Key points. God created light by His spoken word. Light was the first recorded act of creation. God's word is powerful and effective. Light symbolizes life, truth, and God's presence. God can transform darkness into brightness. Memory verse. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Genesis 1 verse 3. Thought for the day. When God speaks, darkness must give way to light. Trust His word, and He will guide your path. Check the comment section for questions and share your thoughts on Genesis 1 verse 3. Remain blessed. With love from Jen to Rev channel. See you tomorrow.